Good morning, YouTubers. Well, today I'm just going to give a quick little update review on the 2020 Giant Defy Advanced Pro 2. I had this bike now for about 1,000 miles or so. Some of you may recall this is the exact same spot I filmed the last video. I figured why not do another one here today. Well, since the last video, I have obviously upgraded the wheels. I went with the Reynolds AR58 62 X series deep dish wheels. These things are running about 19 millimeter internal width. I think the back might be a 20 or 21. Don't hold me to that. So with the 32C tires, it spreads them out nice and wide. If you may recall my last video, I said about the 32C tires seeming a little on the thin side, maybe not quite 32. Well, I was wrong. I measured them with a caliper. They came in right at 32C, so they're probably a little bit wider now. I have noticed since I switched the wheels out that the ride is actually a little bit firmer. That's possibly because the tire's being stretched out. You're not getting as much cushion in the tire, but with a 32C, you're not going to notice that. Don't worry about it. Just run them. Everything else on the bike is still basically stock. I don't recall if I had it done or not before then, but I actually cut down some of the stem a little bit. It's just down to the 4 spacers here. For me, that just seems to work pretty good. I'm liking it so far. So, about the bike, well, no complaints. Once again, Giant has hit a home run. I just wish that right from the factory, Giant would include the aero wheels on this bike. It changed the whole look of the bike. The ride, well, it rides, with the exception of a little bit firmer, I'd say better. You could definitely feel the acceleration up, not the acceleration, but the top end speeds increased a little bit. Seems like you get to a certain speed and all of a sudden the bike just smooths out and wants to stay at that speed a little bit faster. Crosswinds, well, let me give you an idea. I'm in Jersey City, New Jersey right now. It is about 33 degrees outside today. In the winds, I have 20-mile-an-hour winds coming out of the north. So it's a windy day. I'm not getting a lot of crosswinds. I thought it'd be a lot worse with the aero wheels, but you know what? It's not bad at all. Not bad at all. I'm not getting blown all over the place. That being said, I'm not saying on your particular bike you may not feel it with a 62C wheel. Obviously, I am well, a bigger guy. I'm about 198 pounds, almost 6 foot tall. This is a medium large frame, so I have a little more weight to stop that wind from blowing me around. The other thing to consider too, and I might be wrong, I'm not a physics engineer, but I'm guessing that if you put deeper aero wheels on a race bike that has a sharper headset angle, in other words, your steering angle is a little bit faster and twitchier, that you're not going to have that same leverage. So you're going to feel those crosswinds a little bit more. The Defy, as you can see, the fork's a little bit more raked out for comfort, so it doesn't have that twitchy feel to begin with. The bike's a very comfortable endurance bike. You know, I'm running a 100 millimeter stem on here with 42C bars, so I kind of had the leverage, so I'm not really feeling that side wind too much. Am I going to lie and say there's no difference? So of course not. You're going to feel something, but not to the point where I would say it's uncomfortable or I would not do it again. I got to be honest with you, every bike I ever own from this point on, I can't see me not having deep dish aero wheels. I just love the way they look. I don't feel any difference in climbing. We have a lot of hills around here, as probably some of you might know from being in this area. It's no big deal. You just don't feel it. And then again, I also have a 34 tooth cassette in the back, so that's not hurting either. Everything else with the bike is still the same. Still run Ultegra. And in the wintertime, I run regular mountain bike style SPD pedals, just because the type of shoes I like to run are the Shimano winter shoes. A little bit warmer. I don't need a carbon fiber race shoe with all the ventilation in it this time of year. My feet would freeze. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. I'd love to answer your questions. Good luck, enjoy, be safe. Take care.